Hello all, welcome back. It is Thursday, December 15th in the NBA. My three favorite picks are on the way. Let's recap yesterday though. A third straight winning day, going 3-2 overall. Donovan Mitchell over in points. He gets it done in the first half. We had that Kelly Oubre and Terry Rozier 20 plus points, same game parlay. You had LaMelo Ball come back. You could have gotten it at plus 250. Still cashes. We added two plays. Those split with Banchero and Siakam. And then Adebayo does not get it done as he fouls out. Either way, a third straight winning day. We will take that. Let's go for 4 straight winning days today. If you are new to the channel, my name's Austin. Go down below, hit that subscribe button, drop a like too. It only takes a second out of your day. Drop your favorite picks in the comments because people love to see what you guys are playing as well. Our Thursday night football video, since it is Thursday, is already live. 49ers versus Seahawks. You can go find my favorite player prop, game pick, and the same game parlay over there. We don't have a best bet of the day segment. It's not going to return because we've been in a groove. I don't want to mess up the groove. We're starting with this first guy. I'm not wearing his shirt today, but I have his shirt. Mr. Zion Williamson. We're taking his over 27.5 points, minus 121 on Caesars. And this is playable at 28.5 if that's what it goes up to. And yes, Zion hurt us a couple days ago, but everything could have probably gone wrong against him, and it did, because he scored 26 points in only 26 minutes. If he didn't get in foul trouble, he probably easily crushes this. If there isn't a blowout, he probably crushes it as well, because you look at that game, he didn't play the final 7 minutes in the first half due to foul trouble, and then he only played 3 minutes in the fourth quarter because they were down by 23 points. So, assuming this game's closer, which I anticipate it being closer, Zion should see his normal minutes, shouldn't really deal with a lot of foul trouble. Not normally a guy that gets into foul trouble. And the Jazz, this is a perfect matchup. They allow the most points in the paint, the fewest three-pointers. Obviously, we know Zion, although he did make 2 threes a couple games ago, not really known as being a big three-point shooter. He's going to get to the rim and score at will. It's a fast-paced game. The over-under's 233, and over Zion's last 7 games, we know he's been absolutely unreal. He's averaged 30.4 points per game on 16.6 field goal attempts, 10.9 free throw attempts, which he did miss 4 free throws in their last game, and he's played over 35 minutes per game in those games. So the fact he only played, a little over 25 minutes in their last game and still scored 26 points, I think he's going to be doing another efficient night. He's over this line in 5 of his last 7. I think he makes that 6 of 8. Brandon Ingram still out. Jose Alvarado now out as well. Zion's workload will be there. He should go out there, shoot a good amount, and he should have a great matchup against this Utah Jazz defense, which has struggled defending people that drive to the rim. Zion's been driving to the rim about 19 times per game. So we love Zion. Hopefully he continues his dominance. I would consider making him a best bet of the day, but I do think he can easily get his over 27.5 points. I believe it's 26.5 on PrizePicks. You can obviously sign up for PrizePicks using our code COS and get a 100% deposit match. They had an advantageous line last time for Zion at 25.5, and he cashed that out instead of getting our normal line. But either way, Zion, we're counting on you. Over 27.5 points. Now, our next play, it's going to be rare that I do this. CJ McCollum over 18.5 points, minus 115 on points bet. This is playable up to 19.5, and very rarely do you see me take 2 players in the same game because a blowout could happen and boom, you're down 2 units. And very rarely do you see me take 2 players on the same team, especially 2 players to score this points. That's all we're looking for is 2 guys to score points. But I don't think there's a 0% chance that both these guys easily they don't get their numbers down. I mean, we think both these 2 guys are the number 1 and number 2 option on their offense in a high-paced, fast-paced game against the Utah. And it's a great matchup for McCollum, just like it's a great matchup for Zion. So at the worst, I think we split these, and I don't see it being a blowout unless it maybe is the New Orleans Pelicans blowing out the Utah Jazz. In that case, I think one of these 2 guys has to go off in order for them to blow them out. Now, you look at without Ingram, we're still going to see these 2 guys basically shoot a lot. And like I said, Jose Alvarado now out as well. Alvarado played 17 minutes in that last game versus Utah. And you look at that game, McCollum shot enough to hit the over. He scored only 14 points, but played 30 minutes, shot 17 times. So the field goal attempts are there. And you look at McCollum, he's not normally known as a guy that's going to go out there and shoot a ton of threes. In fact, in that game on his 17 field goal attempts, only 2 of them, I believe, were 3-pointers. So a lot of high percentage mid-range shots. He just didn't knock them down. But he's kind of looked back to himself. He got injured probably about about 6 games ago. He was injured and returned back from injury. He had 3 really bad games, but it's over the last 3 games, he's looked better, scoring 18, 29, and 14 points. So sure, he went under in 2 of those 3 games, but the field goal attempts are there, 16, 24, and 17 field goal attempts. It's a high-paced game, and McCollum's over this line, 18.5 points in 10 of 16 games this year, scoring or with 15 or more field goal attempts. I anticipate he comes out here and shoots a good amount. Like I said, he's not a guy that shoots a ton of threes, and the Jazz or the Pelicans have a lot of guys off the bench that just really spam 3-pointers, like guys like Trey Murphy and whatnot. But you look at McCollum, played well against Utah, scored 28 points versus them earlier this year, scored 24 points versus them last year as a member of the Pelicans. And the Jazz, a great matchup like I talked about, give up the second most points per game to point guards this year at nearly 27.67 per game. And over the last 7 games, been even worse, giving up the most points per game to point guards at 32.83. Obviously, McCollum is the point guard for this Pelicans roster, and without Jose Alvarado, should be out there, assuming this game is not a blowout, which I don't think it's a blowout. He should be out there for 36, 38 minutes, and he should be shooting a good amount. I think he can get us 20-plus points. Zion can easily get us 30-plus points. They did it, a couple games back against the Phoenix Suns. I think it's certainly possible. If you want to water him down to like 15-plus points, I think he at least gets 15. Just getting over the hump, another 4 points. I think he can get that done. So Zion and CJ McCollum, we're asking you both to go 2-0 so we can guarantee a 4th straight winning night. But even if one of them goes 1-1, I like this next play because tonight, I haven't said this in a while, tonight we're getting Greek freaky because we're taking a same game parlay, and this is what it's going to be. The same game parlay worked for us yesterday. We're going to do another one here, and let's talk about this 3 legs. It's minus 116 on FanDuel. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 25-plus points and 4-plus assists. That's what we need from Giannis, and we need Chris Middleton, his teammate, to get us 15-plus points. Now, look, the people, I already see the comments. Austin, this is 3 legs and you're not even plus value. Keep them. Keep the comments. Save your time. I don't need to hear it. You don't have to play this. But I like all these 3 legs and you understand why. Now, let's talk about Drew Holiday. He's going to be out for this game. So we're going to see a lot of Chris Middleton and a lot of Giannis Antetokounmpo. Both these 2 guys are going to have to play well in order for them to keep this in this game in Memphis, taking on the Grizzlies. Now, you look at each of these guys' 2 lines. Well, you look at the last game with Drew Holiday out. It was a blowout. These guys only played 30 and 29 minutes. They each got their lines done. Chris Middleton had 15 points, and you saw Giannis have, I think Chris Middleton had more points than that, but either way, I think he had 20 points, but Giannis, 30 points and 5 assists. But you look at each of their lines. I mean, look, Giannis's line is 32.5 points. Look, I love Giannis, but I just can't. I can't in good conscience come out here and say, take the over, but I think he can easily get 25. That's like his automatic thing. He can easily get 25, and we know Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to foul out guard Giannis. He's going to at least give him like 25 free throw attempts. So Giannis can be out there shooting a ton. I think he'd easily get 25-plus points and getting 4-plus assists. Look, if I need an individual line out of any of these 3 to bet, it'd be Giannis's over 5.5 assists. I think the Grizzlies are going to do a decent job kind of defending him in terms of forcing him to pass the ball a little bit, and I think he can easily get 6-plus assists. And hopefully the assists are going to Chris Middleton, whose regular line is 18.5. Now, Chris can easily go out there and score 20 points on any given night, but I think he can get us 15 even if it's a bad shooting night. And he's played pretty well against the Grizzlies. I know they got Dylan Brooks, but still, he can go out there and score 15-plus points. And you look at the last 25 games without Drew Holiday. You look at Giannis, he scored 25-plus points in 21 of those 25 games. Pretty good conversion rate, and had 4-plus assists in 22 of 25 games. In fact, he's cashed just 25 points and 4 assists, 25 and 4, in 19 of 25 games without Drew Holiday. A great conversion rate. Now, Chris Middleton, we know he's kind of been battling back some injuries, but still scored 15-plus points in 22 of his last 25 without Drew Holiday. So averaging 21.7 points per game. I think he can certainly get it done. I know the Grizzlies aren't the greatest matchup, but they're still in a pick'em basically against this Grizzlies team, despite being on the road. So they're expecting the Grizzlies to be able to, and the Bucks game to be a little bit close. And you look at them, they both played well against the Grizzlies in the past. Chris Middleton scored 15-plus points in 7 of his last 9 versus Memphis. 2 of his misses. One game he played 21 minutes. He'll play more than that today. And another game he only attempted 8 field goal attempts. Look, Chris Middleton's going to attempt more than 8 shots tonight unless he gets injured, knock on wood, which he did last time we bet on him, but he's going to shoot more than that, and I think he can get us 15-plus points. Now, you look at Giannis's last 9 versus Memphis, 25-plus points in 8 of them, and then 4-plus assists in 7 of 9 games. I anticipate the Grizzlies packing the paint, making Giannis kick out to some of the shooters. I certainly think he can get us 4 assists. He didn't have a single assist last game in the first quarter and still managed to get 5 in a blowout. I certainly think he can get us at least 4, potentially 6, and hit his normal over. If you look at Giannis, when Chris Middleton or Drew Holiday's out, his assist percentage bumps up from 31% all the way up to nearly 42%, the biggest jump on the team and number 1 on the team. Look, this spread suggests it's a close game, and it's not going to be close if Giannis and Chris Middleton both do not show up unless they get like a Grayson Allen 12 for 12 kind of game, which I don't see happening. So, look, I know it's the same game parlay. We did well on the last one. Hopefully this one can go. I know it's not plus value, but I really do like it. I think these 3 legs should be easy, should be able to get it done. 25-plus points for Giannis and 4-plus assists for him, and then Chris Middleton, 15-plus points, minus 116 on FanDuel. I'll take a chance at it. This line is like minus 150 on DraftKings, and that would be with Chris Middleton only getting 14-plus points. So go to FanDuel. That's the place to get it. And tonight, say it with me, we're getting Greek freaky. Hopefully these 3 legs cash, we can cash another same game parlay. And if we're doing well on them, maybe we'll keep bringing one back each and every day. But either way, those are my 3 plays of the day. No added plays. I don't really want to touch that Heat game. I don't want to touch the other game on the slate. I'll just stay away. I think that's the Suns game. Or maybe it's the Rockets are in a game too. I just don't want to touch either of those games. But it's on. to shout out some COS All-Stars. If we've helped you make some money, go become a COS All-Star. What are you doing? Go down below, hit the join button. It's only $2.99 a month. You get all our plays early in case the lines move. We got a couple new ones. We got I'm Chosen 100. We got Icy 710. We got Brandon. We got Ricky. We got Scott. We got Red Fox Vlogs. We got Ernie. We got Tolu Max. And we got Lovish. Hopefully I pronounced those right. Probably didn't, but it doesn't matter because we love you guys. So thank you guys all so much for supporting the channel, all the All-Stars out there. If you ever want to sign up for any sportsbooks, boom, 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 boom. All the links are down below in the description. Go check them out. Thursday Night Football video, boom, popping up on the screen. If you want to go buy some merch somewhere over here as well, go do that. CallinOurShot.com. We appreciate you guys. Let's go have a fourth straight winning day. Let's get Greek freaky tonight. And I'll see you guys back again on Friday morning for hopefully celebrating another winning day. And we'll keep getting active. See you guys then. Peace out.